What is Cafe Mocha? Cafe Mocha is experts, celebrities.
What's up? This is Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
This is Invo.
This is India Ari.
So much more. All from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Cafe Mocha.
One of the highlights of the Cincinnati Black Music Festival was Jodeci. They are back on the road and killing it. KC and Mr. Dalvin are with us this weekend. This is Cafe Mocha. Angelique along with Lonnie Love. Yo-Yo is off working, doing 1,000 different things.
And we want to shout out. What she want us to shout out for her?
She wanted us to shout out.
Her cooking show.
Yeah.
Her cooking show that is on Aspire.
Yes.
Her cooking show. I knew it. She has a wonderful cooking show. Also, you can catch her on the. Oh, I can't talk about that.
Yeah,
okay,
so she has that. See, here's the problem. Here's a problem right here. We're on strike. You can't talk about the TV shows. You can't talk about the movies.
I can talk about her reality TV
stuff
because it's a cooking show. So that's why I wanted to shout that out. So look for Yo-Yo's cooking show.
Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo.
Okay.
On Aspire TV.
You can tell I know it. Okay. It's like, but in all honesty, right now, Hollywood is dealing with these strikes. The actors are on strike. Also, the writers are on strike. But Angelique, there's a lot of people on strike. I mean, we almost had a massive UPS.
Woo!
And at the last minute, they came through and said, okay, we'll do a deal with y'all. So 170,000 workers were about to strike for UPS, and they diverted that. One of the main things that they wanted.
We just want some air conditioning
in the truck.
Just want some air conditioning in the truck. How hard is that?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's what they wanted.
Why do we have to threaten to strike?
I mean, delivering packages in this type of heat. Mm-hmm. We all know that the whole country's been going through these heat waves, and those men and women have been delivering in those trucks in 100-degree weather. It's like really
with no air
whatsoever.
That's
also too much. There is currently a strike of hotel workers in Los Angeles. In Las Vegas, the food service workers are demanding better pay. So
wait. I want to go back to Los Angeles because the city council in LA is talking about paying the hotel workers and amusement park workers $25 an hour, which in LA ain't nothing, but just think about that. $25 an hour. It's nothing in LA, but it's a nice start.
But in LA, like you said, it's like the thing is that most of these strikes that are happening all over the United States, you have tensions that are rising for the United Auto Workers contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something that's looming there. You have University of Michigan threatening jobs or striking for the graduate instructors. You have lecturers in colleges. So it's like the teachers are striking, the hotel workers, everybody. And what it all boils down to is that people need a fair wage because prices have increased. Inflation is up. People can't afford to take care of their families. And so, these companies are making profits and they're sharing the profits with stockholders, but they're not sharing it with the workers.
And the thing of it is that all these businesses, they don't care about the customers. All they care about is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. How big can you grow? All they care about is growing and trimming the fat off of the company. And the fat is us. We're the fat. You know what I'm saying? We're the fat. The workers, and these companies just don't increase the wage enough to, year to year.
And, bringing it back home to us, because right now, Hollywood is shut down, y'all. It's like the only thing that we can do are like reality shows right now, game shows, and some soap operas. So what you're going to see is for the fall television and movies, you're going to see a bunch of, especially on television, you're going to see a bunch of game shows and reality shows. It's gotten so bad. There are three things that they basically are fighting for. They're fighting for fair wages. They're fighting for some resolve on artificial intelligence. It's things that they want to do with artificial intelligence in the movie industry, that they want to use people's likeness and not pay them for it. They want to be able to use it over and over again and not pay them for it. So that is going to be a long drawn out fight. And then, they're also, asking about residuals from the streaming services. Back when we had an original contract, we didn't have the streaming services that we have now. And so you have like Netflix, all those shows that y'all watch, you think, oh, wow, people get paid for them. No, they're not getting paid adequately. Some, like the girls on Orange is the New Black.
Oh, yeah.
There was an article, wonderful article about how they were getting $2 or $20 residual checks, and they were a brand. They were known. They were famous.
They don't understand what residual checks are. They don't understand how big a residual check should be. What I'll say is that those girls could not quit their day job.
But put it like that.
They couldn't quit the day job. Here it is. They're famous and they're still waiting tables.
You're right about that. But I want to say something, because I'm trying to get the public to understand this. When we talk about the whole industry is shut down, it's the everyday caterer, the makeup artist. They no longer have jobs. People have to move now. People are going to have to, pull their kids out of school and move. People are going to be homeless because they have not been working, a lot of them, since May, because the writer's strike. So this really is a horrible thing, but it's also reaching the people that you think might have money. There's a publication of the actor Billy Porter. Everybody knows Billy Porter.
Yep.
He was in the FX show Pose. And he was supposed to have work in September. That work is now done. So he says he may have to sell his house. He's like, he's been living check to check, because the money y'all thought people were making, because you say, oh, they're on TV and they're making a lot of money. They're not. So
Cafe Mocha, it's Angelique along with Lonnie Love. We're with one of the most iconic groups of our generation.
Iconic.
That's right. They brought us hits like Fiendin', Forever My Lady. We're on with Jodeci, KC, and Mr. Dalvin. Welcome to Cafe Mocha.
What's good?
Oh, I'm so happy. You guys, I go back. I'm old school, right? You know what I mean? It's like, y'all was my college. Thank you so much. Because, I got plenty of peanuts in college because of y'all. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know what? Take us back. How did we start the group Jodeci?
Me and KC and, Dalvin and Devontae, KC and Jodo come from two different gospel groups. And a girl group put us together, and the rest is history. They introduced us to each other in North Carolina, and we went and got a record deal from Uptown Records and MCA Records, and, the rest is history. And here we are on the phone with you.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
That's the shortest version I can give you.
That's one of the shortest versions, too.
Right?
I love it, because we think people know the history, but it's like people are being reintroduced to you all. Mm-hmm. But how was it growing up as teenagers, having this massive fame? How was that?
It was like it's KC, right? It was an experience, trust me. But like I said, we met each other when we was teenage years, man. So, wow, man. I mean, we got other siblings, but when the four of us came together, man, we became as one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, we met Dalvin and Devontae, me and JoJo did, it was like, we got two extra brothers. You know
Right.
Thank God for that. Since we met each other, we never separated, and we still brothers, and it's going on 40 years almost now, so we're just a family, man.
How did you manage to stay so close? Because a lot of times you get in a group, money gets involved, all sorts of other things get involved, and people wind up breaking up. But you guys, you said you're still family. How'd you manage to hold that brotherhood together?
Well, money didn't bring us together, first of all, so money can't break us up. You know what I'm saying? So
come on now.
So we starved together, we fought together, we did everything together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're family, so we're gonna fight between each other, but we don't let nobody come between us. We are actually family. So we all we know. And, so it's like from the beginning to the end, with money and without money, we still been the same. So it's like, it was easy for us to stay grounded because we never got into this for the money. We just used our gifts and let God lead us to where he led us to. So, you know.
There you go.
It's Cafe Mocha on the line. Jodeci, we have Casey and Dalvin. The Jodeci Summer Block Party tour is going on right now with SWV and Drew Hill. It's been 30 years since the release of Diary of a Mad Band. Tell us, there have been snags, though. There have been some problems with the health, with drugs, but you all got past that. And that's what me as a fan, as a true fan, I love to see. Can we talk about how y'all got past that, KC and then Dalvin?
Let us clear this right now, this KC. There was never, ever, ever a drug problem. You know what I'm saying? There was never, ever a drug problem.
Okay.
I mean, we party hard. We only party hard with the alcohol. That was it. But personally, we just like we keep God in everything that we do. God said he'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us, So, and it was a lot of prayers with our parents and our faithful fans out there that kept us together. Like I said, it would never, ever, 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 ever. I've been hearing that a lot, drug problem. It would never that, never that. As far as the Heineken and Hennessy, I vouch for that. Okay.
Okay.
Other than that,
I can't the Heineken and Hennessy.
Thank you for clearing that up because people get mixed up alcohol and drugs. You know what I mean? And it's like, and now we're living in times where we have these blogs and we have people that report misinformation. This is why I asked the question, because I can get it from the horse's mouth to clear it up. So thank you for clearing that up, brother. I appreciate that.
I mean, both are bad for you, but you know what I'm saying? But that's all we had was alcohol. And really, it really didn't affect us, really without creativity. It was just then we party hard. That's about it.
Right.
Like most rock stars do,
Everybody does it, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
But how did y'all got past it through your foundation of God? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I mean, and then, we have praying parents. And, at some point we said, hey, man, this is what God put us here for. He didn't put us here to just be strung out and forsake the gifts that he gave us. And so we all buckled up and said, hey, man, at the end of the day, this we started as Jodeci, and we're going to, that's how we're going to keep it going. So, nobody can stop that,
And this KC talking, God is good. God is good, y'all. The reason why I know, because personally, now I've been sober from alcohol for 5 years.
Yes.
So, I just think that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. What's it like being back on the road again now, Casey?
It ain't fun no more. It's work now. It's like going to a job. It ain't even fun no more. It's work. Because, now not only do we get on stage perform, we handle all the business side. That's one thing we took control of, like, as a group. We thought it very important because it's the music business, not the singing business. The music business of business. And business should be first. And we figured, hey, man, if we're going to go have, do tour, let's make sure our business is in order. So, what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of groups, we can tour and have fun and, all the things that come with that. But we thought it was much more important that we have our business good on the right track. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like going to work every day. It's not like fun anymore. So.
I love it because, like, people say y'all legends and all that, which we respect. We respect that and we thank everybody for saying that. But at the same point, how can we want to be successful legends now? You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we were young. Do I regret anything that we did? No, we don't, because it really taught us. You know what I'm saying? That taught us a lot. And now, like Dalvin said, we're all about our business now. You know what I'm saying? It should have been the other way around. Business show instead show business. Trust me, it's more business. It's 90% business, 10% is show. Trust.
How did you guys get to that point to really start taking the business part seriously? I mean, as we mentioned earlier, you started as teenagers. So, I mean, you're young, you don't really know what to do. At what point did that change for you when you just said, we got to handle this business?
Well, for me personally, when I started seeing the numbers and the things are adding up, when you see people that work for you driving better cars or bigger houses, I mean, something ain't right. When you're on the stage and, we go out there and we give it 1,000% every night, even to this day, we never waver we don't take that away from our fans. So, things behind the scenes ain't always 100. We give everything on that stage. We leave it there. But, we thought the back end was just as important as the front end. So when you see the numbers not adding up and things are not adding up, then you start understanding that, hey, man, hold on, let's pause for a minute and get the back end straight.
Exactly. So that's why a lot of groups be like these days breaking up. The number one reason is because the business is not right. You know what I mean? So that's how we look at it. Business got to be right, man. That really taught us, like Dalvin was saying, we were younger, man, and we saw that everybody got business, and we riding around in Pathfinders. That ain't right. That ain't right at all.
Dang.
Pathfinder was the car back in the day.
That was the car.
But did you hear that? Your manager got a Benz and they got Rolls Royces and Bentleys, and we ride around in Pathfinder. Come on.
Cafe Mocha. Hold the line. We have Jodeci. A wonderful conversation with Casey and Dalvin. The Jodeci Summer Block Party Tour is going on right now with SWV and Drew Hill, 30 years since the release of Diary of a Mad Band.
It's the hottest ticket going on right now, so make sure you come out, man. It's the hottest ticket.
Right.
I want to know, are y'all going to have a movie come out? Like, because everybody else is having one.
It's coming. That's why I gave you the short version of the story. So you got to wait for the movie.
I cannot wait. This is going to be so good.
And like Dalvin said last week, that made a lot of sense, man. I don't think nobody can do movies now because of the strike. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we can do it if it's because I'm SAG, so I can tell you we can do it if it's an independent production, a small independent like BET, something like that. We can get it done. Or you could do a documentary.
Yeah, documentary.
And it like while y'all on tour, get the cameras and then you could do it like that.
We got all that. Yeah, we got all that. But we're gonna try to really release it as a series because it's hard to tell. Because we're 4 individuals that came together and made magic, and it's hard to tell it in 90 minutes or an hour and a half. So it's important that and we take you through the journey and where Jodeci really came from, and how it began. So we want to take our time and really do it right.
The thing is that, I mean, I know how you move people, but I want to know, how does it feel, Casey and Dalvin? How does that feel to know that you are part of this culture, that you made an impact on it?
Feels good. It's Casey, right? It feels good, man. Just like I say, we thank God for everything that's happened for Jodeci, but to hear people recite our songs and so much love to us, and saying it, even some people be saying, I named my child after Jodeci, or I named my child Dalvin, or JoJo, or KC. They're like, this is crazy, man. But and it just feels good,
Even to see, not to cut you off, Kay, but even to see our audience getting younger and younger. It's crazy, and they sing all our songs with Jodeci T-shirts on and stuff. It's really crazy. Well, they was born into it,
mm-hmm. or born to it. I saw you guys at the Cincinnati Black Music Festival not very long ago, and the show was incredible. You guys,
thank you.
As far as I'm concerned, no disrespect to the people who came on after you, but you guys were definitely the headlining act. You looked good. You sounded good. What's your favorite song to perform? The one that you just don't walk off stage without doing, that people will kill you if you walk off stage without doing?
Casey first.
I have a couple of them that people probably go crazy. I could say Forever My Lady, number one, because that's my baby right there. Forever My Lady, Come and Talk to Me. Mm-hmm. And we got to get you up, so I got to say Get On Up.
Yeah.
Mine is, I think when I tune in, I say I Cry for You, and I say Freaking You, and I say Get On Up.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put fiending in it. They be loving fiending too.
They be loving fiending.
I love fiending.
But my three top favorite to perform myself is Cry For You, Freaky You, and Get On Up, I think.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. Like, now, what do we see the future for Jodeci, fellas?
I mean, like, well, this is me, personally. I could say we probably going to do our individual things. The movie, we're going to tour some more. And as far as albums, we haven't really discussed it as far as a group album, but, I'm sure that's probably somewhere down the line, probably release some singles or something, but, that's what I see.
Right. I'm the same way, man. I feel like what Dalvin feeling. Right now, we just want to get through this tour, show the world that Jodeci is still here. We good. And like Dalvin said about the solo stuff, Dalvin got his, and mine is my solo about to come out. And so you're just looking for bigger and better things, separate and with the group. But just because, let everybody know, just because we're doing separate things do not mean Jodeci is splitting up. Please. Jodeci is the mothership. We all going to take care of the mothership. There you go. There you go.
Cafe Mocha talking to Casey and Mr. Dalvin from Jodeci. I'm from your home state, grew up down the street in Greensboro, North Carolina. Charlotte had...
we just played Greensboro too.
Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to talk about Charlotte as a music empire, because coming behind you is a bevy of new artists, from Fantasia to present. So what do you think of Charlotte and the little music enclave that they're building?
Well, to be honest with you, Charlotte gave us a hard time in the beginning. Like, that was our hometown, and we were so proud to be from North Carolina and try to change the spectrum of what music was. And Charlotte was kind of close the door to it. I mean, now our fans have reversed that 1,000%. And, they showed us so much love when we got there. But it was kind of rough for us in Charlotte at the beginning. And I think that now that we did kind of go through the rocky time of Charlotte, it opened the door for the Baby and Fantasia and Anthony Hamilton and, whoever, Calvin Richardson and Sunshine Anderson. Yeah. And other producers that's coming. I think that we did do the grind and the leg work and the grunt work to open them doors, because it wasn't easy in the beginning for Jodeci and Charlotte.
Right.
That's why we need the movie. We need the documentary. I think
it's coming.
Because people don't realize how hard 30 years to be in this business. And first of all, to still can sing the way y'all sing and perform, that's phenomenal. So, you're quite deserving of that. Any highlights of being Jodeci, the award shows, things like that? Any highlights from that?
I think we probably have different ones. I think me sitting down and when I was a kid, I said I'm gonna meet all these people that I wanted to meet. It included Prince, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. I got to sit down and really, really have conversations with all these people, like they was my friends. You know what I'm saying? And pick their brains about music. And to hear them say how much they love Jodeci meant it was crazy to me. Like they knew all of our songs and everything. So for them to admire us like we admire them and grew up listening to them was kind of crazy to me.
That's cool.
Yeah. And me, my personal one is, something I always wanted to do, because I've been professionally singing since the age of 11. But what I always wanted to do, I wanted to sing like building full of people. It's to the point that in the country while I was in North Carolina, across the street from my grandmother's house was a cornfield. A big cornfield. So what me and JoJo used to do is we would stand on my grandmother's porch, and we would be singing, but we would treat the cornfield like they're like a full house.
People.
Yeah. And we always wanted to sing. I always wanted to sing in front of a lot of people. And being with Jodeci for these 30 years and some change, that's all we see now. So that's my highlight.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's dream come true. Man.
Yeah. The Jodeci Summer Block Party Tour with SWV and Drew Hill headed to Texas on the 25th, 6th, and 7th. LA on September 7th. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you for having us.
This is a dream come true for me to talk to y'all. So thank you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, y'all.
Everybody listening in LA, September 7th, the Jodeci Summer Block Party is coming our way. They're on tour with SWV and Drew Hill. This is Cafe Mocha.
We're at Cafe Mocha Radio.
Okay, y'all.
Sisters in Solidarity, a celebration of girl groups for Black Music Month, hosted by the award-winning Funky Divas In Vogue.
It's Cindy Herron from In Vogue with this Black Music Month Spotlight. From the Bay, they were ahead of their time. Style and musical trendsetters for every girl group that followed. With 3 Grammy Awards and 2 American Music Awards, they're one of the first girl groups to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
We're really hard workers, and we go out there and we take our job very seriously.
With hits like Automatic, Jump, He's So Shy, and I'm so excited. We celebrate the Pointer Sisters, our sisters in solidarity.
Girl groups who shape the fabric of contemporary music and soundtracks of our lives. Be sure to join the hashtag Ladies in Solidarity Music Challenge on Instagram. To experience more, visit cafemocharadio.com. Brought to you by...
It's time to embrace you, your melanin-rich skin, and its unique beauty needs.
When you get over the age of 50, you definitely have to start using things on your skin.
iKnow is made specifically to address maturing skin conditions. All of the iKnow products provide highly effective natural ingredients dedicated to delivering proven results.
The best advice my mother gave me, take care of your skin now so to take care of you later.
iKnow, your beauty solution for maturing skin.
It's Cafe Mocha.
This show is all about music makers, and we have, I mean, come on.
First time ever. I'm fangirling out.
Get Johnny off the floor.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on the line. I mean, so many hits that there's, we can't even go down the list, but welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Well, before we get started with your new stuff, I just want to say that you got me through college with Janet Jackson. Thank you so much for bringing her and the control, and it gave me empowerment. I went to an HBCU. So to have this moment with you too, I just get emotional. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Glad. Like that.
Oh,
absolutely.
We're talking to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And so I want to go back even further because obviously everybody remembers when the First Time album came out and we flipped it over and we saw these two cool cats. I mean, all you guys were cool. But, Jam, take us back to the early days and when you went from musicians to like superstars.
Like we're always superstars. We were always superstars. They were born superstars.
Well, I don't know about that. I think we, first of all, we all grew up knowing each other and playing together back in Minneapolis. It was a very competitive music scene. I know anybody that saw the movie Purple Rain knows that there was sort of the battle of the bands and all the competing bands and stuff. That's the way we grew up. Prince and Morris Day had a band together. I was in a band of my own. Terry Lewis had a band of his own, and everybody was all competing for those spots. And eventually Morris and Prince joined together. Morris and us joined together actually in the time. But it was all just very competitive and stuff. So we were known and it was all about really the competition. And then when Prince and Time, we toured together, and every night we were trying to, kick Prince's ass. I mean, that was our thing we were trying to do. And some nights we were successful, some we weren't, but it was a great learning experience. And for us, it never was about trying to be famous or anything or trying to be stars. It was just doing what we love to do, which was be around our friends and just play music and try to make the best music we possibly could. But the early days was great. It was a lot of fun. And we're friends with all those people, even up to now. I mean, so it was great.
But Terry, being Black men in this industry and making it and still having a legacy, can you talk about, any type of struggles that you all had to go through just to, get signed? And how did you guys start working together?
As a Black man, I certainly can speak to that. Struggles, it's the same struggles that any Black man goes through. I mean, you have your struggles within your own community, but then you have the extra struggles that come from other parts of the community. In Minneapolis, we had a lot of black musicians, but we had very little opportunity in terms of places to play. So we had to create our own business models, and we print up flyers, and we rent like hotel bar rooms, or we do deals with different venues that, hey, we'll take the door and you take the bar kind of deals. And we'd have to make our own gigs because there was just not enough places for us to play. But, you know, you roll those things over into your future, and those things give you a good business kind of acumen that you take forward. And we actually use all those skills that we learned back as kids today as businessmen. So, you know, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's what we say.
That's right.
Cafe Mocha, Angelique, Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo on the line, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis. I mean, just umpteenth years worth of hits on the line right here.
You know what I wanted to ask them? Who created the look of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis? Because that's such a signature look.
The Blues Brothers, stole it. They stole it. I'll say that.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers stole it from us, actually. But no, listen, when we were growing up, we always wanted to try to look nice. We always were trying to be in suits and that kind of stuff. And honestly, we couldn't afford anything. So what we used to do is we used to go to thrift shops back in the day. And you could buy a suit for maybe $10, $15, go have it tailored up really nice. And the same with hats. You know, I remember Terry Lewis back when he was like, I don't know, 15, 16 years old. I got a picture in the studio of him with his red, black, and green bass, and he's got his fedora on. So that was always just our style, and we just decided to carry it forward. We just thought it was a classy style to have and a timeless style to have. So we just kind of stuck with it over the years, and it's kind of become our signature.
And you were right. I mean, it still works.
Right.
You have to wear the clothes. You can't let the clothes wear you. So
that's
fashion is where style meets personality. That creates fashion. So the clothes fit us.
And they look good. And I knew that's why I said the Blues Brothers, you know, the white people always taking stuff from us. I was like, really, y'all? So, but still to this day, when we see you all, we know that is Jam and Lewis. Now, let's talk about He Don't Know Nothing About It, featuring your longtime producer, Kenny Babyface Edmonds. How did this come about, Terry?
What?
Oh, Jam, go ahead. I'll let you speak.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you, Terry Lewis. I feel like I speak all the time. I like hearing Terry speak.
I do too.
Yeah, me too. I'm telling you. Terry's the smartest man always in any room. That's why I like to hear him talk. I like to just absorb it. But no, the combination with Babyface was really like it was something we had always wanted to do, and we just never got around to doing it. It's kind of like the whole project was like that. And so we finally, the Soul Train Awards, we were honored to get the award from Babyface, actually presented us with an award, which was very cool. And we started talking about we should get together and do something. And we finally made that happen. And it was interesting because in the days now that we live in where, you know, it's basically verses and everybody was saying, y'all should do a verses against each other or whatever. And we were like, no, we'd rather just team up and do a little something and see where that leads us. And we're really happy about it. And the other thing that's cool about it for us is that Babyface let us produce him. You know, it was like normally he produces his own stuff. So when we were in the studio and he'd start singing and then he'd stop himself and go, wait, let me get that again. And we go, no, just sing, man. We got you. So it took a little bit for that to happen, but he did. We got him to play guitar. He wanted to hire a different guitar player to come in and play. And we kind of tricked him. We just said, just go ahead and put a couple parts down to give us a guide on what to do. And then we just left those parts on the record and turned them up. So like all the guitars and everything you hear on the record, everything on that song that you hear is all basically just Babyface, along with Terry and I producing and playing a little bit of keyboards and stuff. But it was great working with him. He was fantastic.
Cafe Mocha, Angelique, Lonnie Love, and Yo-Yo on the line. Hit after hit after hit. Jam and Terry Lewis, dating all the way back to, you know, I remember what I consider the first album, The Time, is when I was introduced to you. all the Janet Jackson stuff. But let me ask you about the transition from becoming musicians to producers. The kids know all your music, because I shouldn't say the kids, the world knows all your music because you've got 30 years of it. But when did you guys go, I think I shouldn't say just produce some major hits, but we're gonna sit in the back and we're gonna make hits.
Yeah.
Well, producing came about as almost a necessity, because if you think of anything that you've developed over your life, we're musicians first. Right. We're songwriters second, and we're producers third. The only reason we started producing is because we would write songs and then other people would try to produce them, but they would never come out the way we would want them to. So, like, young black man from the hood, from the projects, I didn't even know what a producer was. You read the credits, but you don't know all the particulars. So, we would give songs to people and they would come back and we'd say, man, we could have did this, we could have did that, we should have did it like this, and whatever should have happened. So then we had to learn the craft ourselves. Right. And back in the day we started, there were no synthesizers. There were no drum machines. So you actually had to know how to express music vernacular. You had to be able to speak music to people. So we had to learn that whole process of how to speak to other musicians. And you couldn't do it all by yourself unless you were Prince at the time.
It's Cafe Mocha on the line, Jam and Lewis. I'm going to ask this because I may never get to interview you all ever again. You've been friends for how many years, and how do you keep that friendship going? It's a new year. We need to talk more about friendship, especially between Black men. Just your thoughts on it.
Well, I've known Terry. I think we met back in, we're debating whether it was 72 or 73. So it was back in the day. But really, first of all, I have to say it was love at first sight when we met each other. I saw Terry Lewis playing a Cool in the Gang bass part, and I just said, I got to get to know this brother. Like, something about him is just cool. I think Terry saw me playing the piano. He always says it's for a bunch of girls or something. He's got some sort of story like that. But anyway, we just were attracted to each other. And then we were in competing bands for a long time, as I mentioned earlier. But every time, it wasn't like we were getting mad at each other. We were admiring each other. Like, Terry's band would kick my band, and I'd be like, yeah, Terry, man, his band's really good, or whatever. So we finally got together, and our relationship is built on respect. That's always the biggest part of it. And also, when you think back on it, and the 40-some years we've been together and known each other, we've never had an argument. And a lot of people get, well, why didn't you ever have an argument? How could that be? And I said, because an argument is something you're trying to win. So when you're having an argument with somebody and you're trying to win something, that isn't what we were trying to do. We were always trying to come up with a solution to maybe a disagreement. We might have a disagreement about something, and that's different because now we can find a solution to it. Right. So that's the way we always looked at it. And then we took it out of like, what was the best way? It was all about the best way of getting things done. It wasn't my way. It wasn't his way. What's the best way? And that's the way we approach it. And we also shook hands business-wise. We shook hands when we first, got together business-wise. We basically shook hands. We said 50-50. And that eliminated everything that we could ever argue about because nobody's worried about, hey, it's my song, but that's my lyric, but that's my melody, but that's my bridge, but that's my, there's none of that conversation. It's just about, let's go make great music if we can.
Fantastic.
Here's your dose of espresso. Strong, hot news now.
This is The Espresso. If you were looking for Tyler Perry, Diddy, or Byron Allen to buy BET, the network is no longer for sale. According to the Wall Street Journal, Paramount wanted $3 billion. Roland Martin had this to say.
Anybody who would have given Paramount $3 billion for a majority stake, and not all of it, for the depreciating asset, is stupid.
Moving on to sports. She missed a chance at the Tokyo Olympics because she violated the marijuana ban, but Sha'Carri Richardson proved herself once again.
Here comes Sha'Carri Richardson! Sha'Carri's done it! Sha'Carri Richardson has won the world title! She had to come from behind in the semi, but when it counted, she has done it.
Lil Rel and John Cena are back with their action comedy about what happens when black friends and white friends go on vacation together. Vacation Friends 2 hits Hulu this weekend.
You thought Vacation Friends was insane. Whatever y'all think this movie is, it's not gonna be. We made everything bigger, funnier, and flashier.
That's the espresso.
It's a mess, Angelique.
How are you doing? I know that you can do your stand-up comedy, but how are you doing? Because I know you had projects that you were pretty excited about.
Well, my projects are on hold, but I can do, like I said, I can do game shows and reality shows. Shout out to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is doing deals to do game shows, and he's hiring all of us. Like when I say us, comedians, and stuff like that. So you're going to see that coming out. I'm doing a really big reality show in September because that's what I have to do.
What is it?
I can't tell you, but I'll be gone. But it's right now it's feast or famine, and everybody got to get out and do what they can do because everything is on hold. I had like 3 deals that, it's like they may come back, they may not come back. Who knows? This is it. What this strike is doing is it's causing it's causing the momentum that people had to stop. And I really feel bad because it's going to affect a lot of people of color.
Exactly. That's the first thing to go when things get tough, as you know, is the stuff that Black people and people of color in general are working on. They're going to get back to work and they're going to be like, oh, well, just wait a little bit. You know how they do. Just wait a little bit. We need to get some other stuff going first. And our stuff is going to get set to the back. Our stuff is going to get canceled. It's the same thing that happened last writer's strike. They started canceling our stuff first.
Yeah, they definitely will. And if you think that entertainment isn't important, if you have children, turn off all the TVs and all the iPads.
See what happens. Wait till September. Wait till September when your shows aren't on and all you have to watch is freaking Real Housewives or whatever. Wait till then.
So everybody is important, but we really got to do something for the below the line workers. And this is including all the other striking workers that we have to get on the corporations to come to the table, to negotiate, to have a fair deal. I've been out there striking. I hit all the in LA, I went to Chicago to strike, wherever I can, just be there. And I also have to say, if you go to the SAG website, sag.org, you can, in your city, you can find out if there is a picketing location in your city. We need as many people as we can. You don't have to be a member to picket. You can sign up, you get a t-shirt, and you can walk around and help us. Because I was in Sony the other day, and it was only me and 2 writers. And I told them, I said, y'all, they was all at Universal. I said, nobody told me. I was like over here holding it down myself. I said, y'all need to come help me at Sony. If you want to do it, go to sag.org. You can find your city, find if there's a picketing location, because we need all the help that we can get, because it's performative, but it makes people realize, it makes them to remember that, hey, it's a strike going on and this is a serious thing. Yeah.
I just want to say the first thing that came to mind for me was not a picket sign, but for me to cancel my Netflix, because
they haven't asked.
I don't care. I don't care if they've asked. The bottom line is
just saying.
Yeah, I don't care if they've asked or not. The bottom line is that none of this would be happening if it weren't for Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix isn't an entertainment company. Netflix is a tech company, and they come up here making all of these new rules, and now everybody's following what they're doing. And unfortunately, that's left the actors and a lot of the writers starving.
Yeah.
So I got something for you, Netflix. Nothing. That's what I got for you. Nothing.
That's her TED Talk.
If you miss any part of the show, all you have to do is subscribe to the podcast, hear the whole conversation uninterrupted, without the music, without the commercials, the full uninterrupted conversation with Jodeci. Just go to wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Cafe Mocha Radio. Until next time, you can find us on all platforms at Cafe Mocha Radio. Cafe Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in partnership with Compass Media. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge. For comments, booking, or more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.
Okay, y'all. Sisters in Solidarity, a celebration of girl groups for Black Music Month, hosted by the award-winning Funky Divas In Vogue.
Hey, it's Terry Ellis from In Vogue with this Black Music Month Spotlight. They are true sisters in the spirit who helped bring gospel music into the mainstream. With 3 Grammy Awards, 16 albums, and millions in sales, they are the highest-selling female gospel group in history.
When you're just faithful over the gift that God has given unto you, He can continue to allow you to move forward.
With hits like Is My Living in Vain, You Brought the Sunshine, and Pure Gold, we celebrate the Clark sisters, our sisters in solidarity.
Girl groups who shape the fabric of contemporary music and soundtracks of our lives. Be sure to join the hashtag Ladies in Solidarity Music Challenge on Instagram. To experience more, visit cafemocharadio.com. Brought to you by...
It's time to embrace you, your melanin-rich skin, and its unique beauty needs.
When you get over the age of 50, you definitely have to start using things on your skin.
I Know is made specifically to address maturing skin conditions. All of the I Know products provide highly effective natural ingredients dedicated to delivering proven results.
The best advice my mother gave me, take care of your skin now so to take care of you later.
I Know, your beauty solution for maturing skin.